Hey there, it's Christine Hendricks coming live. I hope you're doing well. Today I was doing some thinking, and with the passing of Prince Philip, I have an interest in the royalty, and I don't know, I just have always thought history itself is kind of interesting, and especially the royal history. So I was looking, at the life of Prince Philip, and I thought, I had a lot of respect for him because he was a man who had to step back and let the queen be the queen, which, like the head of the government, the monarchy, it's kind of like an interesting role, especially with the time Queen Elizabeth II came in as queen. It was really still, I call it the man's world, because in the 50s, men were what they call the breadwinners, and women tend to stay home and be with the kids. It was different times back then. Thank goodness for change, because I actually love going out and working. In fact, people that know me know that I'm an electrician. And even today, it is a very low rate. I meant to look up that stat. I still did not do it. I will do it. But I do believe like it's like 3% maybe of the population are women that are electricians. So, I just always looked at Prince Philip like he didn't want to be in the spotlight. He knew his wife was the queen and that was her role, and he let her do her thing without interfering or, being a baby about it. And it's funny, and I'm going to tell you the reason I say this is because I did some digging and I found, Queen Victoria was always known as, Queen Victoria, like that was like Queen Victoria. We have Queen Victoria Day, like Queen Victoria is some awesome queen. And I'm like, what do I really know about Queen Victoria? So I did some digging, and Queen Victoria was actually Prince Philip's great grandmother. I think it was just one great, could be two. Yes, one great. So it was Queen Victoria, and I believe Vicky, her first daughter, was Alice's mother, and Alice was Prince Philip's mother, just in case you didn't know that. All right, so I actually did some digging on who Alice was too. Very interesting woman, very interesting. So there's some strong women in royalty. Okay, where am I going with all this? Just the fact that I've been digging with the, history. History is interesting. I found this quote, actually, kings are slaves of history. And I thought, well, that was an interesting quote, because I kind of feel sorry for the royals in a way. The sense that they have to be a certain way, and they have to have this duty, and it's kind of like, it's got to be difficult. And then, I'm looking at some of what's going on today, like Harry and William, like what's going on there? It's what's this friction all about? And ultimately, my thoughts came to, in the past, there's been friction between brothers because of jealousy, and so the oldest brother is going to be the king, and the next brother maybe wants that position. There's jealousy. So I was thinking about that. I don't know if there's any circumstances where that has happened. I'm sure there is. I mean, wasn't that in one of like the Shakespeare plays? are those even real? All right, I'm just kidding with you. So yeah, sibling rivalry, jealousy, that happens, right? Anyways, I'm going to make a point here. So I have all these random thoughts that go around in my brain. And you know, it was so funny because I was told, and I want to dig into this because I'm like, I gotta find this out. I was like, my sister says to me, oh, you know, we're related to royalty. And I'm like, I don't think we are. And my mom was in the car and she was very stern face, like, oh, yes, we are. And I'm like, what? So I knew she was like serious, like, yeah, we're related to royalty somehow. And I'm like, I just thought it was over on this side of the family, and I didn't think it was actually true. And my mom's like, yeah, it's true. Apparently through her mother's side. So I'm like, that's very cool. Thanks for the thumbs up. I didn't know anybody was here, so thank you for being here. So, oh, hi, Joanne. There, I see you're showing up now. I am a queen. So this whole story is all about how I came up with a quote that I'm have now. And I just thought about it because, you know, in reality, we are all kings and queens. And we are the rulers of our lives and our destinies. And it doesn't matter what other people think or say, because personally, I never thought of myself as being royalty in any way other than God's kingdom, which is very important. But, you know, I'm talking about the royal lineage, and it's like, it's in me too. And I didn't know it. So, you know, ultimately we can have all the it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Like, whether you have it or not, it really doesn't matter because we're all kings and queens. I hope that makes sense to you. But the most important part of it was, but we rule our own lives and destinies. So we're kings and queens over our lives. Anyways, I hope that's helpful to somebody because, you know what, it ultimately, when I was thinking about it, I'm going, I didn't think I had much value. I didn't think I was that important of a person. And, you know, we look at a king or a queen and go, oh my goodness, that person's so important and they have so much value. Well, so do you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a king or queen with royalty or not. You are important and you have value. And you're the ruler of your life and you're the ruler of your destiny. So thank you for watching and following the circle, the squirrel on the wheel this far. But yes, Joanna, I do believe that we are all kings and queens in God's eyes too. So thank you for watching and have a great whatever it is, wherever you are, because it's after 11 p.m. and I'm going to bed. Good night.